Hi guys, welcome to Couples Counseling, episode 17.
17, yep.
Today we're talking about communication. Communication within a relationship, preferably telling your partner exactly what you want and exactly what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
So what is your take on communication and telling your partner exactly what you want?
Oh gosh, communication. That's the most important thing in a relationship, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Communicating, being open, being honest, telling your mate exactly what you want. Ladies, I know we want the man to be a mind reader. We do. Actually, you should be by now, but that's irrelevant. We want the man to read our minds, to know our past so they know how we should feel and think and act. But that's not reality.
No, it's not.
Right. The fact of the matter is you have a mouth, you have a brain. Speak to your man. Tell him exactly what you want, how you want it, why you want it, when he gonna give it to you, and what happens if he don't. Okay, the last two I just added in there. But all jokes aside, it's what? What?
Nothing. I'm listening.
Don't look at me like that.
What?
All jokes aside, it's very important to tell your mate exactly what you want. Otherwise, you can't get upset when they don't deliver the way that you want them to, because you didn't give them anything to go off of. They're making assumptions, and we all get upset when people make assumptions. Oh, they think, then we start saying they think they know me, blah, blah, blah. Well, you think they know you. Yeah. So just be open and honest and tell them, no matter how uncomfortable it may make you feel, because it is uncomfortable. I've been there with you before.
It's uncomfortable to tell somebody what you want,
Yeah,
what you expect from them?
Both.
Why do you think it's uncomfortable?
Because it somewhat it may compromise who you are, because they may look at you a certain type of way, excuse me.
What is compromising who you are? What does communicating your needs compromise?
Well, I mean, sometimes, you know, us as women, like I said, we don't want to speak up for ourselves in that sense. We just want the man to do all the work. We expect them to know us enough to know that what we want.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not fair, in my opinion. It's not fair. And to me, it's worked out better for me when I tell you exactly what I want, because if something else happens otherwise, then we know we got a problem, because I've already communicated my expectations and what I want. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why it's to me, it's important to make everything clear from the jump, so there's no type of, so the wires, there's no way for them to get crossed unless, you know, that person that you're communicating to is being disrespectful and just doesn't want to do whatever. Yeah. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I fully
understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, I fully understand. And I agree with everything you're saying, because, you know, in terms of everything else, like when you go to school, they give you a sheet and they tell you what they expect of you. When you go to work, they give you your responsibilities and what they expect of you. And they communicate with you and give you feedback. But for some reason, when people get in relationships, that communication and letting each other know what they expect of each other, it just never takes place.
Yeah.
And it's really sad. I think that's one of the first things you should do with your girlfriend, your spouse, whoever it is that you're seeing. You need to communicate, men and women, what you expect of them and what do you want from them. What exactly do you want from them?
Yeah.
You know, even if it's like a sexual thing, or, you know, maybe you need a couple of date nights or something. Maybe you require some alone time. You know, just let your significant other know. Don't expect them to be a mind reader, because, you know, everybody has responsibilities. Mm-hmm. And outside of a relationship, you know, life can be very stressful. And inside a relationship, it gets even more stressed out, because you're trying to incorporate whoever you're with into your life.
That's true.
Which can be chaotic. Yeah. So you need to tell the person exactly what you expect of them, and what do you need, you know? You know, fellas, I know, you know, we got this thing, if she's not giving us sexual attention or whatever, we just kind of like check out. Like, don't check out. Just, if you care about her, tell her, you know, like,
tell her exactly what you need.
What you need, and tell her how you feel. Like, you know, you could tell her, like, you know, when you don't do this, it makes me feel like, where are we together?
Right.
Or when you don't come support me. Let's just say you're a basketball player, she doesn't come to any of your games, and you don't come to my games, you know, I feel like, you know, you think I'm not worth your time. You know,
or like for instance, from a woman's point of view, you know, if something that you take very serious, like birthdays maybe or anniversaries, and you know, just tell him, say, hey, when you don't do this, that for me on these special days, then I feel, you know, less than. Yeah. Just be honest. Yeah. And if that person ignores it, then you know that's not the person for you. Right, because you've already expressed communicated. But yeah, you gotta be very specific. Like, you can't beat around the bush. No. You can't say like, you know what you did, or you know, you can't do stuff you know what you did. Yeah. Tell them exactly to the T, like what it is you're talking about, what it is you expect, and how you expect to get it. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. If you were to do something to me, and then I just say, but you see something's bothering me about it, and you say, hey, what's wrong, blah, 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 and I say, oh, you know what you did, you know, pretty much what you just said, how would that make you feel? How would you go about it? It made me feel confused, you know, and to be honest, I wouldn't want to go about it. See, when you expect people to be mind readers, it creates like a wall, and it does. And then what happens is your communication shuts down. Once your communication shuts down, everything else shuts down. It does. You need to communicate effectively with your partner and tell them exactly what it is that's bothering you. And you should be able to communicate effectively if you're partners. Yeah, because when people do that stuff, it just feels like you're in a relationship with a child. It's just like, why can't you talk? That's true. Why can't you say what's bothering you? You know, even if you need to cool down, you know, say, I need to cool down. Can we talk about it 30 minutes? And then revisit it, you know? Yeah. So, you know, just tell the person exactly what you need, exactly what you want at all times. Don't be scared. If the person is there for you, they'll understand you. And if that's not something that they can do, they'll let you know they can't do it. Right. And then, you know, you guys can work something else out. Right. Or not work anything else out at all. So that's our advice on communication and telling your partner exactly what you want. Yes. Tell them exactly.